Hey, everybody. It's your lazy gardener, Lizzie. Kind of coming on with a impromptu video because I wanted to test the live streaming. Now, because YouTube has a rule that you cannot live stream on mobile if you're under a certain number of watch hours, or if you are I hope y'all can hear me. And if you're under a certain number of subscribers, but you can do it on your desktop. So I'm on my desktop. Good morning, the sweet spot. How are you doing this morning? You have to let me know if you can hear me loud and clear and see me loud and clear, because we always have to use our audience to come on. I thought this would be a fantastic time to come on for a little while and actually chit chat with some of the people that I'm always chit chatting with in the comments and on a live stream. So I was like, I want to do a live stream this morning. I'm feeling it. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to be talking about some books that I got, gardening books, because we should always be doing our research, right? And we're going to have a little coffee, so I hope you have a little coffee too. So I don't expect to have a large number of people on here. We don't have a large number of subscribers. And nobody knows I'm going live. Nobody knows I'm going live this morning. And I'm still eating my breakfast too. So it's a spot of a mukbang. But for those that are coming on the replay, I'll have a link below to when I actually start talking about the books, because I just want to wait for just a few moments. So I'd love to know how you're doing this morning. Have you been out to your garden already, if you have one? And if you don't have one already, are you thinking about getting on the gardening bandwagon? You'll have to let me know that too. Because y'all, gardening is fun. I'm usually up with the chickens. And I got up this morning, I was kind of surprised. It was light outside already. And I asked Siri, what time is it? And she said, it is 6:30 a.m. And I was like, dang. 6:30, but it was light outside. I always look outside my window to see if the morning glories have bloomed yet, which they have not. The sweet spot says she's researching ways to keep cats out the front yard, because I have a patch that I am doing flowers. And before I put that patch there, I kind of set things up last year, but I didn't grow anything there. And let me tell you, every time I would go by there, it smelled pee-pee and poo-poo. And I was like, what is using this? And I think it was the cat, because we got like a stray cat that kind of lingers around. So I think it's that cat. So now I have flowers in there. So I'm like, Mr. Kitty Cat, you got to find you a new litter box. This is not working out for either one of us. Y'all, I got these bags on my eyes. And I was wondering, should I use some of my cucumbers I'm getting out the garden on my eyes? Yeah, the sweet spot. The kitty cat is real. Kitty cat is real. Okay, I'm gonna start talking about the books though. Let me put my bagel. Y'all love bagels. I have I was having like a whole bagel. I get the Lender's bagels. This is not a sponsored video, but I get the Lender's bagels and they're big. And I will eat the whole thing. So lately I just been eating like half of the bagel. And this morning I was like, I'm going to have a whole bagel. Y'all, did I drop half that bagel? So the universe is telling me I only need a half of a bagel. Oh, your kitty cats are not scared of the dogs. Some of those alley cats, the dogs need to watch out for. Good morning, Karma. Y'all don't have my glasses on. Good morning, Karma. Yeah, those alley cats, you gotta watch out for them because they know how to fight. Okay, so I actually got 2 books, and I'm gonna change the view so you can see the books here. All right, so I got these 2 books right here. Move my phone out the way here, and one of them is the Old Farms Almanac. For 2021 and Seed to Seed. Now, the reason why I got these books, y'all, I have been wanting to do a little bit of research about the Old Farmers Almanac anyway. You know, you see them on the newsstands and you hear about them, and I'm like, I want to see what the big deal is about the Old Farmers Almanac. Plus, you know, look at the cover. It's pretty cool, right? And so I wanted to kind of look inside. So if you have never looked in an Old Farmers Almanac book, I'm going to give you a peek. Now, also, there is, I don't know if this is a separate company, but you'll find there's the Old Farmers Almanac and then the Farmers Almanac, and they have websites. So if you're looking for the one that's in like the old one, the for real one, this is the one, the Old Farmers Almanac. I hope I made sense on that one. Okay, so before I kind of look into the book, give you kind of a peek into the books, y'all, it's no surprise if you've been watching my channel that I'm just gonna say it, I'm a little cheap, right? So when I hear about like books that I'm interested in, I used to go to like the bookstore, and you know, I would go to the bookstore first before and check the book out, and then I probably would order it like on Amazon. But it's been a while since I did that, and I mean years, because I don't buy books now. These books I did not buy. I went to I got them from the library. So your library is a fantastic source of it has a wealth of information, and you can borrow the books for free. And sometimes the libraries have sales, and you can go to a book sale and you can pick up books that way also. So if there's a book that you want and you're not sure about it, I would definitely get it from the library. I actually did a video on how you can get audiobooks for free. I'm gonna have to put a link to it in here because it's on a different channel. I'll put a link when I get off of here to that video. And there's an app that you can put on your phone. It's called Overdrive. Not everybody's library participates that way, but you can check with your library to see if it's a way that you can listen to the books for free. And I've been doing that for years too. And so you know how you can go on Audible and you can listen to books where you have to pay a subscription fee. You can listen to those same books through your library for free, y'all. No subscription. So again, I'll put a link to that after I get off of the live stream, so y'all, you could check that out. But so I got these books, and my local library, because I live in the Orlando area, but instead of going down to the main library and looking for the books there, I went online through my library, which is Orange County Library, and found out if they had the books first of all. And they did have the books, but they only had them at the downtown branch, and I'm at I can go to a branch that's like 5 minutes away from me. So I just ordered the books. They sent them to my branch, and my branch let me know when they had the books, and then I went and picked them up. So, and then I actually have to take them back in a few days. But you know, you can extend your when you borrow a book as well. So just keep that in mind. I almost forgot I wanted to do a video about this, so I decided to do a little bit of a live for it. Okay, so let's look at this book first. The reason why why I was interested in this book. I have the Seed Savers catalog, and this was a book that they recommended. Of course, y'all, this book is like $25. I ain't paying no $25 for a book. And so that's why I said first, before I even invest, if I'm going to invest in a book, because y'all, let's face it, there's some books that are they're nice to have as a reference. So I might purchase that book, but before I purchase, I'm gonna check the book out first. So this is one of the books that I thought I might be interested in. It's called Seed to Seed by Susan Ashworth, and basically it gives you, I'm just going to go into this one just a little bit. It's all black and white, and on Amazon people complain because it doesn't really have like the pictures, because when you're gardening you like to have like good pictures and stuff, but everything is in black and white. And also the way things are listed, like in the table of contents, they're listed by like their Latin name, and who knows plants by like their Latin name, for one thing. But if you go back to the index, you can like find the plants by the names that we call like basil or potatoes or whatever. So I don't know why they put like the for real names in here. Like, let's see, like here it has cucurbita pepo, and that's a squash. Who's gonna be looking for cucurbita in here? Nobody. But again, I digress. So in here it's kind of sectioned off by the plant families, and it'll give you like some information about the plant and the pollination techniques. It gives you like a lot of information about the particular plants, and then it tells you about the seeds and how to save the seeds and stuff like that. So stuff like that. So this one, it probably is a good reference book if you're going to be keeping seeds. I didn't really dabble into it. It's just too much reading for me. I didn't want to do a lot of reading, y'all. I have like attention deficit disorder or whatever you call it when it comes to reading. But this would be a good book to have. But I don't think I would want to keep it as a reference. Definitely, I would just borrow this book again if I needed to. But this is the book that I was really interested in, and that is the Old Farms Almanac. I'm sweating because I have a lot of lights on. Well, actually, I turned some of the lights down, but And I don't know, have you all seen this? Have you looked into this book or purchased it before? Are you interested in it? Y'all interested in this book? I was interested in it. And it has like a lot of good stuff in here. I took some notes here. I got some notes here. And I will say it's kind of set up a little bit like a magazine. And it has a ton of ads in it, which, I ain't hating on the ads because that's how they make their money. And they also have like gardening trends in here, and there's some stuff in here for like new gardeners, how to make like a field. So that might be something a new homesteader might be interested in. But this is the thing, y'all, the articles are really short. I don't know if you all ever like read like Reader's Digest books, and they have like, not Reader's Digest, but the magazine, and they had like really short articles and stories in there. So this is kind of made like that. It has like really short stories. It has one interesting thing they had in here was how to make like a basic soil mix, because lots of people want to know like how you mix your own soil. We all go and we buy the big bags of soil from like Lowe's and Home Depot. And let me go back over here while I'm talking about this. We go there and we buy all this stuff, and sometimes you can mix your own soil. And for a while I was mixing my own soil, and then I got lazy, and I just started buying the soil mixes, but eventually I'll get back to making my own soil. So I have a soil recipe in here. They also have food recipes, which I think is very useful too. And because these are food recipes that use things that you would have in your garden. Because a lot of recipes use a lot of processed foods to make your recipes. So they have like some basic recipes in here too, which is kind of cool. They did have some things that was a little out of place in here, some stories like how to choose a pet. It had absolutely nothing to do with the garden. So I don't know why. Or there was a story in here on how to clean your chimney. It actually was a funny story. It was a short story, so I read it. Y'all, I read this book. I went through this whole book. Let's see how many pages in there. Yep, soil recipe is in here. And I think I have it marked, so I'm going to go through it. It's like 286 pages, 87 pages in here. And what I liked about it is y'all read this like in a few hours. It took me like maybe 2 or 3 hours, and I read it because a lot of things in there were not applicable to what I wanted to, what I was looking for anyway. And they have a lot of stuff about like astronomy, which is kind of cool. So if you're doing things by the moon, that's good. They had weather information, which is nice. I will say a lot of the information like on the weather and astronomy is really convoluted, and you just have to be kind of a rocket science to figure some of that stuff out. But it's still like really interesting. So if you want to nerd out on garden stuff, the Old Farms Almanac is good. It's a good nerdy book to look at. So it also had things like about horoscopes and eclipses. And when I got to the part about the moon stuff, the lunar stuff, it reminded me of like an old calendar. I remember I used to live with my aunt. She was 72 and I was like maybe 11 years old. And she always had a calendar on the kitchen wall and it had the moons on there, and it tells you if it was a full moon, a quarter moon, and all that. And I think some calendars still have that information. And people go by, they only cut their hair during certain moons. And for farming, which I guess we're all farmers if we're gardeners. And for farming, people plant by the moon, and people do things with chickens by the moon and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool garden nerd stuff too. And but like I said, there was some things that were kind of out of place. So let's look at the book. Enough with me talking. I know y'all want to look inside the book. If you all are gardening nerdy people like me, and if you're here, then you probably are. Okay, so here's the book, and I just marked a few pages in here. Like I said, it's like 300 pages, so I'm not going to go through everything, but you can see it has like trendy stuff, which nobody really cares about. I actually read some of this stuff, but I didn't really care about that stuff, so I'm just going to, and it has like a ton of ads in here, which again, I'm not hating because I understand. So like this, they had like the small space gardening 101. It's I don't think for the shortness of some of these articles, they're not valuable to me. They just don't give you enough information. I don't even think they give like a true baby gardener enough information to get started with anything. Because y'all look how short this is. This is sun or shade. That's how big the article is. It's like a paragraph. That's not enough to do anything with, hey, Kiki, how you doing today, girlfriend? I'm glad you're here. So if you're just coming on with me, I kind of just came on for a little bit of a short time, and I'm talking about some books that I got from the library. And this one is the Old Farms Almanac. So you have to tell me if you all have ever got the Old Farms Almanac. Well, you might be interested after I get through, or you might not. But keep in mind also, I got it from the library. I did not purchase, but The this book only costs $8, by the way. So it's not that big of an expense. So it's kind of like buying a magazine. Y'all, by the way, magazines. I started buying magazines a long time ago as well. Y'all used to go to the bookstore and y'all would read the magazines in the bookstore and put them back. I'm that kind of girl. But now, like, I'll go and I'll just look at peruse the magazines at the grocery store. Y'all, magazines are like $13 now. You remember when that was a whole subscription, man. You could buy a subscription for 2 years and get a magazine for $13. It's ridiculous. Do y'all buy magazines like that? I used to be a magazine whore like that. But I'm not anymore. I'm just a seed whore now. Okay. So, all right, back to the book. So, like I said, some of the articles are like really short and I don't think that they're very useful. All right. So, let's go here. Why did I put this here? Oh, here is the basic soil. Now, let me see if I can bring this in for you. Y'all haven't done a live stream in a long time, so like we got to play around with things a little bit. I hope y'all don't mind. Let me see. What is she messing up? Trying to get the focus good on here. You know, my glasses be messing things up. Oh, you get the magazines for free? Right on. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So this is, I know it might be kind of small on your screen, but I'll tell you what it says. This is the basic potting soil recipe. And it has like 1 bucket, which is 10 quarts. Well, I don't know if that's like a 5-gallon bucket or not. And it says, so I'm just going to tell you what's in it. It has a peat moss, and it has perlite, vermiculite, screened compost or compost cow manure, fine sand, pelleted time release fertilizer, lime, and that's it. So I think most of us probably do put most of this in our homemade stuff. So we got peat moss, perlite, vermiculite, compost or cow manure. Yeah, I use the mushroom compost. I don't use the manure. And I just figured out yesterday it's made by the same company. So they could be kind of tricking me to think that I'm not using Dookie on my plants. I don't know. Yeah, I don't judge people that use the cow manure. I just don't like to use it myself. He says worth $8 just because of pictures. And, $8 is not bad. Like, I wouldn't. I was going to say I would purchase the book, but because I can get it at the library, I wouldn't. But I wouldn't feel bad if I had to pay the $8 for it. Let's just put it that way. I'm telling y'all, use your library, use your resources. Okay. And so another thing, now this was like information that I really couldn't understand why they put in here. Love lessons from Old Valentines. It has absolutely nothing to do with gardening, and I don't understand why they had this in here. So it has like a lot of unuseful information in here. And then this is about climate change. So I thought this was good information because, climate change is real. And I know all gardeners understand that. So it doesn't matter what your political affiliation. I think all gardeners kind of understand that the climate is changing. And, this year is like proof that the climate is changing because it's staying colder longer, and then the weather is just like going up and down. It's crazy. I think today outside, I went out this morning because y'all know me. As soon as I get up in the morning, I go out to my garden if it's light outside. So it was light, and I went out, and it was 60 degrees. But it's going to be 81 degrees in a little bit later. That's like desert weather. But it's not desert here. So it's 81 degrees. Y'all have been watering my plants like crazy because and I have a 55-gallon drum to catch rainwater, and it's empty. I don't have any water in there. So we're going through a little bit of drought here. So that just goes to show you. Hey, gardening with Bernie. How you doing, Bernie? I'm glad you're enjoying. Okay. So let's keep it moving. I'm starting to get a little sniffly for some reason. All right. So one thing that I really like is the weather stuff. So they have a lot of weather stuff in here that's kind of cool to nerd out on as well. And at first when I was looking at these maps, I was like, these maps are stupid. But it's kind of just an overview, and you have to take things with a grain of salt. And I think this is a little bit conspiracy theorist thing. I think things happen that kind of affect the weather patterns or change the weather patterns. Like even with these spaceships going up and, you know, breaking through the atmosphere and stuff, I think that might affect the weather patterns too, but I don't know. Y'all, that's a little bit crazy, cray-cray in my head, but you know. Sometimes, y'all, it's fun to be friends with crazy people. They're the most interesting people, so you guys, I know y'all happy to be my friends. My gardening friends. All right, but anyway, so like they have a winter and summer temperature. So we're done. Well, the winter temperatures, this was 220 to 221, so this is passed already. And the summer temperature, so for here in Florida, it has that it's going to be thundery. What does thundery mean? And then the deep south is going to be cool and wet and whatever. So these are just like some general type of weather things. Now over here was a little bit more interesting to me. It's a little bit more of a breakdown. I know the light is messing with y'all. Let me see. Me and my focus, y'all. This is the story of my life. Where are you, focus? I gotta find it. I had to like turn my focus off because it'll just keep on going up and down with the focus, and it drives me nuts. So I have to focus manually. I know it might be still hard to see. Y'all, I didn't clean my camera off because I haven't used it in a long time. Hey, Miss Linda. How you doing this morning? Miss Linda, I watched your video yesterday. Thank you for the shout out. I just haven't made my comments yet because I was watching it on TV. And hey, Best Yet Journey. Y'all, thanks for coming on with me. All right, so I'm just going to tell y'all what this says because I can't focus it. So it'll say, but like for the summer, this is like a general forecast. So I'm not going to be reading too much out of this book because y'all, I don't like it when people read to me. But I'm going to read this because I just want to make an observation. So I'm going to read a little bit about this. It says the summer. It says summer will be hotter than normal in the Atlantic corridor and western Great Lakes from the upper Midwest, southwestward to southern intermountain region and in the Pacific Northwest, coastal California and Alaska, near or below normal elsewhere. That's all I'm going to read on that. When they start talking like that, I'm like, I can just watch the Weather Channel to get that. Because it is so confusing. I think that would have been better if they kind of had broke it up and just said, okay, this is what is happening in this region. This is what's happening in another region. But when they started talking all that back and forth stuff, y'all, that just right there, that's a rocket science thing. And they threw me on that one. I tried to get through it when I read it, but I couldn't. Okay, so here, I know. So they have like astronomy stuff, y'all. So this is cool to kind of nerd out on as well. And so they show the eclipse And what's cool about it is they give you the dates when these eclipses are. I think most of these are lunar eclipses, so you have to be out at nighttime. And I think even to see those, you have to be in a place where there's like hardly any light to kind of witness them. And so they'll tell you where you can see them, and mostly you have to be in the northern United States to be able to see these eclipses as well. So that's pretty cool. And of course, those are supposed to affect growing patterns as well. They don't go too deep into growing patterns on here. I think that's something that you probably have to get like a whole different book on when it comes to the moon and all that good stuff. And they have like meteor showers. It'll tell you when you can see the meteor showers, and they actually give you the latitude of the best place that you can see it. So it's, like some of this stuff is just cool to read, but I don't know. But I like all the astronomy stuff. It shows you the visible planets. It tells you when you can see them and what time you can see them. So that's pretty cool. And all right, so let's move on to the calendar. So they have a calendar in here. They said the calendar of the heavens. And this is where the rocket science comes in for real. I couldn't understand half of this stuff. They show you how they break numbers down. So I don't know if I could even explain it, y'all. It's just, let me just say, some of the stuff, like, they have it broken down so much that if you probably got a subscription to their online service, they probably do a lot of things for you. So, but they have it broke down so you can figure out when things happen in your area, basically. Yeah. Y'all have any questions on the Old Farms Almanac so far? Like I can answer the questions. This is kind of more of a review than anything. Okay, but I did try to figure some stuff out, and because what I was trying to do was kind of like proof some of the things that they said. So I went like to this month. They had this in here by months, and I went to this month. I think it was April when I got this book, and it'll tell you. It gives you like the day of the year. It tells you when sunrise is. Let's see. But the thing is, the person that made this book is in the Boston area. So this information is based on that person, and then the calculations that you would have to make can bring you to the correct information for your area. That's what the calculations are for. I kind of forgot. So, which is too much information for me to use, but probably, and I'm thinking, and this is not a sponsored video, I'm thinking if you had a subscription to the Old Farms Almanac website, you could just put in like your zip code and it would do it for you. So Bernie said the almanac she's on their email list, and they send out good info weekly. I never even thought about getting on their email list. I probably wouldn't read it though, because I get so many emails. Y'all, it's ridiculous. Okay, but anyway, it tells you like how long the days are, like how many hours are in the days. That's good for planting as well. Yeah, girl, calculations is weird. So like on here it said on the 1st of May, the sunrise was at 5:39, but that's in the Boston area. And then it tells you it's set at 7:44, and the length of the day was 14 hours. So that's kind of good information there. And it gives you some more stuff. But anyway, that's enough on that. And then it has like the holidays. They don't have Naked Gardening Day on here though. Y'all, if they had Naked Gardening Day, well, let me say, if I had a closed-in garden with a high fence, I might do the Naked Gardening Day. But I don't, my neighbors can see me when they walk by. They say hello when I'm out there in the garden, so it might not be a good thing for me to be out in my garden naked. But I have been out in my garden in my pajama jams, and this morning I was out there in my robe and I was commando, y'all. I like that nice cool air. That nice cool air that kind of hits you when you go outside commando. I know what y'all saying. Even though you all are in the chat, TMI, right? TMI on the commando thing. So I definitely would try the naked gardening thing if I could, but I don't have that opportunity. Now Bobby does. I didn't tell her I was going on live. Maybe one day me and Bobby will go on live. You guys will enjoy that because we always have a good time when together. And I know she goes naked gardening all the time. She's that kind of girl. But anyway, so it has holidays and stuff in here, and I'm skipping over a lot of stuff. They have a lot of astronomy stuff. Look, they have like this IQ test you can take for fun, and which is kind of cool. And then they have, y'all thought I had some of these pages marked. They have like some stuff about predators in here too, because y'all know the predators are we all have different predators in our area, so they tell you a little bit about them. They got this big old bear. Did y'all ever see that movie, The Revenant? I can't say it, Revenant, with Leonardo DiCaprio? After I saw that movie, I was like, I am not going any place where they have bears in my area too, but I never seen any bears right here in like this locale. But in my city there are black bears, and I'm telling you, after seeing that movie, I'm like, I don't want to go hiking now. I don't know if y'all ever saw it before, but woo, I was traumatized after seeing the bear attacks on there. The sweet spot says she's going on her patio in her gown now. Girl, it's nice when it's nice and cool outside. Go out there in your gown. That was me this morning. The bugs are real. You know what? I was talking to somebody else about the bugs, and I don't know, but knock on wood, but I think my mosquitoes be sleep in the morning time because they don't mess with me when I go out in the morning now. If I go out in the evening time or go in my backyard where there's shade, holy cow, I will get ate alive. But when I go into the garden at nighttime, in the morning, nothing messes with me. And I don't be stank either, so I don't know why. But anyway, okay, y'all, back to the book. So again, if you're just coming on with me, I'm kind of just going through the Old Farms Almanac book here, and I talked a little bit about this book, which is Seed to Seed. I talked about that a little bit, so you can go back on the replay and see that if you didn't see. And I got these books from the library because I'm cheap. And now I'm just kind of going through the book with y'all and looking at the chat. So Bessie at Journey says that she dreamed about a bear coming in her yard. Girl, if you got bears and you dreamed about it, it might be real. So the sweet spot said that the mosquitoes don't bite her when she uses lavender spray. Now, I'm just going to speak on this, and I got this idea from Lady Cheryl over at Lady Cheryl's Organic Garden and Products. I know I said that all wrong, but all of you probably already know Lady Cheryl as well. And she has a spray that she made up of just mouthwash and water, and I use that, and I just use probably like about a third of the mixture is the mouthwash, and then the other third is the other parts are water, and I just mix that together, y'all. Nothing touches me when I put that on, and I got that idea from Lady Cheryl, so thank you, Lady Cheryl, you are awesome. Oh, Tommy's homestead. Oh yeah, I saw she was carrying her weapon of choice around for the bears. Y'all, I was watching this other gardener. Y'all see how I just be going off on a tangent? I was watching this other gardener. Wait, I'm gonna switch back. me switch back here. I was watching this other garden. She's in Arizona, and they have a homestead that they're doing. I'm not exactly sure what their location is, but she was talking about all the wildlife that's out there. And right now they're living in a trailer because they're getting everything all set up, and they have like an outhouse. So that means that they have to go out at nighttime when they go to the bathroom. So she was out on her property, and she had this little bitty knife, talking about she carried that because there was like wild cats on her property. And I was thinking, what the heck is that little bitty knife going to do for you? That didn't make no sense to me. And then I thought about Tommy's homestead. Because I was like, I would probably be doing more of that than that little bitty knife. Because that little bitty knife wasn't going to do anything. Ain't no way. Okay. All right, y'all, back to the book. I just keep going off on a tangent. Okay. So they talk about predators in here. And I didn't really go into the predators too much. But let's see. I talked about black bears, coyotes, raccoons. I have raccoons in my area. I don't think bears are going to be in this area where I'm at in the city. And then I've never seen any weasels. Raptors. Oh, we do have hawks and vultures here. As a matter of fact, I saw a hawk carrying something small away. And like 2 days ago, I think it might have been a squirrel. Yay! For keeping the squirrel population down. I know, Beshette. I would too. She said if she had to go to the outhouse with wildlife, she would be peeing in the cup at nighttime. Yeah, I wouldn't be going out at night. Yeah, I was in the military, and I know about going out at nighttime. Having to go out at nighttime. I don't want to camp like that, though. I was watching, Broke Farmer. Broke Farmer, they had a live stream, and it's a really good live stream. They had a lot of good information on there. It was super entertaining, so you all should check that out. I think it's Broke Farmer 76. And they were and Turf Therapy was talking to him. He's in the military. He was talking about going camping, and he was saying, in the military that he did basically enough camping that he doesn't want to do that for fun. And I'm the same way, trust me. I do not want to do that for fun because I had to do it for work. So this is the information that I was saying that wasn't useful, and I don't know why they have it in the book. How to pick a pet. The pros and cons of dogs, cats, fish, and birds. Why they got that in here? It's like they have some filler information, which I think they could have found some better filler information to put into the book. So, and then they have like a lot of short articles like this one. How to clean your chimney. It's very irrelevant to the subject matter, but it was a funny article. It was a funny short story, and I read it. So they have it in here for amusement. So I did read that story. It was kind of cool. It was funny. I laughed. And then, of course, they talk about the signs. So lots of astrological stuff in here. Y'all don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, too. Thumbs up for irrelevant gardening information, which I'm giving you all throughout this video. Not even from this book. Because, y'all, I like to talk, in case y'all haven't noticed. Okay, so here's some more weather forecasting information in here. I don't know what this is. Oh, Miami, Florida. Predicted and actual. I didn't read this, so I don't know what that says. But also, like, they'll give you like some specific information for the state, but they'll also have a city in there. And I think there was some weather predictions in here, and they were for Florida, but it was for Tallahassee, Florida, which is a whole nother time zone for me. So, not time zone, growing zone. I think Tallahassee is 9, and I'm a 9B. It's either a 9A. It has to be like a 9A, which it's a significant difference when you're talking about frost dates, and because it gets a little bit colder up there, because they're right there almost in Georgia, so it's a bit different. And I'm all the way in Central Florida, so we're like on the precipice of that tropical weather. So you have to be mindful of that when you're reading this too. If you live in a big state, as to where the information is coming from, so you have to be mindful of that. So here they give you like some regional information. So I had here for Florida. So I looked at May here, and it said the temperature is 76. A few thunderstorms. It gives you the dates too. So like from the 1st through the 9th, it says I have a few thunderstorms, and it's going to be warm. And then the 10th through the 15th, sunny and cool, which we're in that time period right now. And that's true. It has been sunny and kind of cooler than normal for us, because right now, last year this time, y'all, it was already like super burning hot. I will say the sun is still intense, because y'all, I think people laugh at me like in the comments and stuff when I tell them, y'all, my plants are burning up already. And they have sunburn, and I have I'll probably do a video about it, but my ground cherries that are overpopulated. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to I might have to ditch that plant because it is so sunburned. I don't think it's gonna recover. So this was a learning lesson. This was my first year growing that, and so I'm learning about them, and I know that they'll probably have to be shaded as well. So anyway, so it gives you information based on your region, so that's kind of cool. All right, so let's move on. Well, I'll be talking about this forever. And then it gives you some zodiac information in here, which I don't really care about, but sometimes that stuff is fun to read. So the sweet spot says that a lot of her plants are burning up too. Where are you located at the sweet spot? I know you probably told me before. Y'all, I subscribe to so many YouTube channels. Y'all wouldn't believe it. Ooh. Y'all, I'm also kind of old, so I'm having like some hot flashes right now. That's why I have to go out. That's why when I go outside commando in the garden, it feels so good. So I'm burning up right now and trying to drink my coffee at the same time. So I always ask people, probably more than once, what their gardening zone is, because I don't remember, because I watch so many channels. Of course, there's a few, like the New Orleans gardener. I know she's in New Orleans. Oh, the sweet spot, you're in Houston. So your weather is just a smidge milder than mine, but not much. Because I am 9B. So y'all, when y'all make y'all videos, y'all should say what zone that you're in, even if you think people have been subscribing for a long time, because that kind of helps as well. Because I like watching videos from people that are in the 9 zone, because those are my people. We grow alike, and we experience some of the same things. Some, not all, but it's more helpful. So when you do a video, it's always good. I think, in my opinion, something that I like to see is what zone that you're in. Because sometimes people are talking about stuff, and I'm like, what zone? I wonder what zone they're in. But I'll probably ask, because I'm a habitual commenter. If I watch your videos, you'll know it. Because I leave some long comments. Because I'm usually like commenting while I'm looking. But if I'm watching on TV, I can't comment. Anyway, I digress again. Y'all I can't help myself. Oh, the sweet spot said that's how she found the channel, because she was looking for zone 9 gardens. Yep. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Carmelie. Thank you. I got one broken nail, though. Y'all always Ever since I guess since I was a baby, I always had healthy nails. It's a genetics thing in my family, to be honest with you. The nails are genetic. So Best Yet Journey is in zone 8A. So if you all have like a YouTube channel, can you put, or you don't even have to put that in, but you can let us know if you have a YouTube channel and what zone you're in. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, you can let us know what zone you're in. You can put that in the comments, because that's always like fantastic information to know. Have any of you watched GT Junior Grows It in Alaska? He's in 4B. When I first saw that, I was like, how do you grow a garden in 4B? Well, if you go to his channel, you'll find out how. And that's GT Grows It. So y'all should be writing this down so I can put like some links in the description. Oh, I got a cramp in my leg. Okay, back to this. So see, this has like frost dates in here, and they actually have in Florida here. So I'm not gonna pull it up. I'm gonna try to show you all, but here they have two, Orlando and Tallahassee. And see, this is the difference in the states. In Tallahassee, they have 224 days to grow. That's amazing, right? But if you go down to Orlando, we have 336 days. So that's almost 100 more days of growing just from, and I think Tallahassee is about 4 hours from here. So that's amazing. Yeah, GT Grows It makes it look easy. I think he's a veteran gardener, and he just started putting up a lot of content. So he's pretty cool to go back and forth with as well. So y'all should check his channel out. So Bernie is in Virginia. See, Bernie, I didn't know what growing zone you were in. I don't know why I was thinking. So that means Renee must be in that area too, in Virginia. I didn't know you all were in Virginia. So that's kind of cool. See, and you can actually find more people in your area too when you let people know what zone you're in. All right, back to the frost dates. All right, so here in Orlando, the last spring frost was supposed to be January 29th, and that was about right. I think we went a little bit into February. But for Tallahassee, it was like almost 2 months later. The last frost date was March 9th. And then here, the first fall frost was January 1st. Y'all, the growing season down here is amazing. That's amazing. So according to this, only like a month I would have to be worried about things freezing, which they don't really freeze here in Florida. So that's pretty cool. So it gives you your frost dates. But in case you didn't know and you don't know what your frost dates are, y'all, you could just ask Siri on your telephone. Just ask her what's the frost date for your city, or go onto Google and it'll come right up and it'll tell you what the last and the first frost dates are. So you can do that. Okay, moving right along. And then the rest of this is just kind of like some calculations and advertising and some cute little articles that are irrelevant and heat index and smidge like that. So I wanted to share this before I took it back to the library, because I'm not going to extend it, and I have to take it back to the library this week. So I thought that I would share that with you. So I hope that was kind of useful information for you, because it definitely was useful information for me. Take my glasses off. Y'all, I got like these bags up under my eyes. And I was wondering, should I use some of my valuable cucumbers that I'm getting out my garden right now to put them on my eyes? Have y'all ever did that? Put the cucumbers on your eyes. Does that work to get the bags out? I don't know. I'm kind of old. I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of them bags like that, though. But I embrace my baggage. You get it? Baggage? Haha. 45 minutes. Oh, you talking to Bernie. I thought you was talking about my live stream. Well, we've been on for almost an hour now. But I'm not going to stay on because, y'all, it's family day and I'm going to my mom's house in a bit. And I'm going to eat the rest of my bagel. Because these bagels are good. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I enjoy it too. Y'all love live streams. And I've been wanting to do a live stream for a while. But I just haven't. Because I know I couldn't be out in the garden and do it. Because I don't have enough subscribers yet on this channel. Yeah, I've been on YouTube for a long time. So I have a few channels. But they're not garden related. And I wanted this channel. Well, we wanted this channel, me and my sister cousins, to be a channel where we can share stuff. Because we didn't really do it for anybody else but us. It was purely selfish reasons why we started this channel. So because they live up north and I live down here. And maybe you all will start seeing more videos for Bobby's garden. She's in 5B. And she told me yesterday on the telephone that she's finally able to start putting some stuff out. Because y'all, that dang on weather is crazy. The sweet spot, you should do it. If you haven't done the live streams, you should try it. Live streams are a lot of fun. And mainly because you get to talk to people in real time. I like that. I mean, I go back and forth with people in the comments, but it's nothing like talking to somebody if you can. Oh, thank you, Best Yet. We tried to make it so that it would be fun and not like a job when it comes to the channel. So, I probably have the most knowledge of how to do the content, but I usually do the thumbnails. All they do, well, Bobby records her stuff and she uploads it. We don't have like a format or anything. And then I'll do like the thumbnails for it. And then Belinda is very, very new. So I usually upload her content. I'll edit her content a little bit. I upload it and do the thumbnails for her. Because we really wanted Belinda to join us. Because we thought it would just be like a lot of fun. And she does like the flowers and stuff. So we may be seeing more stuff from her as well. I'll tell you the sweet spot. The only way you're going to be comfortable in front of a camera is to just do it. The more you do it, the better you'll get. And you don't even have to worry about it. People are just not that critical as you think of when you come on, or if your hair is disheveled, or if you have on makeup. People are there for the content that they came there for. So that's why y'all be looking kind of toe up on my videos. But people don't really come for me. They're coming to see the garden. So, and that's just a way for me to just get out there and get it going. So you just have to start doing it. I was actually watching a video, a live stream replay from Self-Sufficient Me. And he's in Australia, and I've been watching him for a while as well. That's another fantastic channel to watch. And he just started doing live streams. He's been doing videos for years, but he just started doing a live stream. And he said something that was really true. It's going to take you until the end of time to try to figure out how to do a live stream and not do anything than to just jump on and learn as you go. That's the easiest way to do it. Just jump on, learn as you go. You're going to have so much fun. And you'll learn as you go, basically. Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares how you look in the garden. I mean, they would care if I was doing naked gardening, because then they wouldn't be there for the garden. But nobody cares how you look in the garden. But you know, it's good when you look cute, but nobody cares. Because y'all dirty and stuff anyway. If you're not dirty in your garden, something is wrong with you. You're not gardening. You don't know how to go live? It's easy. There's a live button at the top of your screen on your channel. And I think it says like create or something like that. And you just hit that and it'll walk you through everything. And you're just dealing with you and your nonsense. That's why you don't want to do it. Bernie said that her daughter says that she needs to do better with how she looks on her videos. Tell your daughter we don't care, Bernie. We just want to see your garden. By the way, I like your twist out, girl. Okay. It might have been a couple of videos back. Y'all got to catch up on some of my videos. My video watching. Y'all, sometimes I watch YouTube videos for hours. And what slows me down is I always have like long comments. It's crazy. But that's just me. Stage fright is real. I guess so. Y'all, I don't know. In my work life, I always been kind of like a trainer type of person. I always say I'm kind of like a teacher at heart. Like, I don't want my gardening channel to be a teaching channel. I just want to share what I'm doing and stuff. But I always say, I think if you're like kind of a teacher at heart, it comes a little bit easier to you. It's like if you never used a computer. People always say it's easy to use a computer, but you have to think. Some people barely know how to turn a computer on. Everybody don't know how to use a computer. And it's the same thing with getting in front of people and talking. Everybody can't do it. But it was easy for me. I took like Toastmaster classes. Well, it wasn't even classes. I did Toastmasters for fun. And so I'm very comfortable with talking in front of people. It doesn't bother me a bit. I'll talk your ear off. Oh, the sweet salt, your name is Markeisha. Markeisha? Did I say that right? Marquesa. Sounds like more like Marquesa. I hope I said that right. Let me know. I'm not going to remember, but I'm just going to tell you. I see it. I see you, but I already know I'm not going to remember. I try to remember people's real names, but like I said, I'm subscribed to about 500 gardening channels. It's ridiculous. But the nice thing is, even when you subscribe to 500 channels, not all 500 of them post videos regularly. So that's kind of a plus. Because then I would just be sitting in front of my computer like forever. Or my TV watching videos. Because YouTube is my cable. Because y'all know I cut the cord a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I cut the cord a long time ago. So what y'all want to talk about? Since we're done talking about the books here, we're just chit-chatting now. But I'm going to be shoving off in a few minutes anyway. Oh, see, that's smart. So, Urban Girl Gardening, Kiki Soto, she said that's why she has her name in the title so people will remember her name. Yeah, I might not have remembered your name, but I do because it is in the title, so that's good. Our name is longer than I want it to be now, with the hoing and sewing. Y'all, we did a little play on words. I know that channel name drives a lot of people crazy, but we're just wacky kind of gardening girls like that. So my children say I'm very inappropriate at times. They say, Mom, you always saying inappropriate stuff. So the channel name is an inappropriate name, but I mean, it's kind of catchy, isn't it? So Carmelie says, I've seen gardening channels, but never seen the gardener. Oh, yeah. And see, you could do that too if you want to share your garden. You could always share and never show your face. There's a lot of channels like that, especially like crafting channels. You'll never see the person, but they always give out good information because that's what's important. See, that's smart. See, Bernie went to the library yesterday and she checked out some books. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this video for a while, obviously, because my books are due in like 2 days. So I recorded when I went to the library and everything. But since I decided to do the live, I opted out of using that footage. So Best Yet Journey asks, am I using StreamYard? And the answer is no, I'm not. I do know how to use StreamYard, and I started to use StreamYard this morning, but I wanted to be, I'm using 2 cameras. So I have the one camera that's going down on my desk, and then I have the one that's going to my face. And I can't use that setup on StreamYard because I wanted to be able to show the books that I had on the desk. So I'm just using the native streaming on YouTube. But I am using a software called OBS. It's actually a free software. And I'm not even going to say it's easy to learn how to use, but I've been using it for a while. So I use OBS and I stream that through the YouTube channel. And then voila, I can kind of, I have more control that way. So the Sweet Spot says your channel name is unforgettable and she loves it. Thank you. And also Kiki says she likes the name too. Thank you. Bernie says she doesn't emphasize the ing in the ho-ing and so-ing. Bobby wanted me to put some dashes in there, but I think that kind of messes up the searchability of the name. So that's why we left the dashes out. And I kind of like it that way. It kind of has a little bit of a flair to it. So-ing and ho-ing. We were working out we had put a lot of names on the table, but we kind of went with that because we're kind of racy like that. Yeah, I'm looking away from the camera because I'm reading the chat. So Carmelie asked if I can do other book reviews when I can. I can do that. If you guys know of a book, if I can get it from the library, y'all can just let me know. You can let me know in the comments or whatnot. If there is a specific book that you're looking for, and I'll do it because I'm always researching stuff. You have to like be a constant researcher when you have a garden. Yeah, I'm one of those people. If I want to do something, I just start doing it and then I start researching. I research a tidbit just to get going, enough to get going. And then I'm going to start doing something about it. I take action. Because you can research. You ever heard of analysis paralysis? That is not in my vocabulary. I am not an analysis paralysis kind of girl. I analyze a smidge and then I'm going to get going. And then I just take my licks and learn as I go. And it was kind of like that with live streaming too. That's what you have to do. If you want to do live streaming, just jump into it and learn as you go. That's the best way to learn because you never know what questions to ask until you start doing something. Till you're like in the thick of things. And that's the garden. And even though this is my second season growing, y'all, I'm learning so much from you all's channels. It's ridiculous. Every time I watch somebody's channel, I learn something. And I want to use it. But I only have so much space. But like I said, I'm about to move to my front yard. So Bernie says she picked books that had the most colorful pictures and info. And that's why in this book, Seed to Seed, a lot of people complained about, they didn't give it good ratings because there's no colors in here. It's all black and white and it's a lot of text. And sometimes that's a bit heavy for kind of like people like me, because I don't want to say that I don't like to read, but something has to be, if it's a reference book, I don't want to read the super duper Encyclopedia Britannica on it. You know, I want you to get to the meat and potatoes of it, for sure. So I like the pictures too, because the pictures take up a lot of space. They take up a lot of space on the page, so I know I'm not going to have to read that much. I could just look at the pictures. Okay, you all, my email, just to let you know, is still under the old name, which is Lazy Liz Life. So if you all want to email me, you can email me at lazylizlife@gmail.com. So I don't like putting the email in the description because y'all get enough junk mail, to tell you the truth. So if y'all want to email me what you would like for me to do a book review on, then just send it to lazylizlife@gmail.com. And I can do that. If I can find the book without paying for it, then I'll do it. So Gardening with Bernie said, can you do a practice live without being live? Yes, you can. You just mark it as a private. You can do it as private or you can do it as unlisted, because if you do it as unlisted, nobody can find it either. So as long as it's not public, you can do a live and nobody can see it. I actually did a few lives just to test things out, because I haven't gone live in a long time, before I came on this morning. So you can practice. And if you do it as a unlisted, you can get a friend to test it with. You can just give them the link. So the only people that can see it is if you give them the link. And so the sweet spot says, she says she tells her husband that she learned 3 to 4 times a day when it comes to gardening stuff. You're welcome, Bernie. If you need somebody to help you test stuff, you can contact me. I'll help you. Because I'm really good at doing lives. Y'all, I could do a live out in the garden, but even though I don't have like the requirements for YouTube, there's ways around that stuff, because you can do the StreamYard thing and then pipe it in. But then it would be difficult for me to see the chat without having another device, and it's too much trouble. Otherwise, I would be out in the garden, because it's just more fun out there being with the plants, and then I could keep the plants company at the same time, because they love it when I'm out there, because I'm always talking to them. Do you all like just talk when you're out in the garden? Y'all be talking and singing and laughing. I know my neighbors might think I'm a little bit wacky, because I have a song for everything. So I sing to my plants. It's a little bit crazy. All right, you all. I am getting ready to shove off, because I have to get ready for my family day. So Bernie says that she wakes up every day, opens her mail, and she hits select all and keep a few things that she wants and deletes everything else. And I'm assuming that's a reference to your inbox. Yeah, I'm a terrible inbox person. And you would think somebody that has like their own business and stuff, they would be in their emails all the time. I'm not. I look for specific things and then I'm out, and I miss a lot of stuff. because y'all, sometimes social media is too much. And I almost want to lump emails into the social media realm. And it's like information overload. So a lot of times on the weekends, y'all won't hear from me. You won't see me post anything, and you won't see me commenting on emails. I mean on videos either, because I disconnect sometimes. You have to do that sometimes because social media is too much. It is too much. Okay, for real. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming on. And if you came on, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you're coming on the replay, I'd love to know in the chat if you have a YouTube channel, and also what zone you're growing in. And if you have a book request that you would like for me to get, if I can get the book, I can get the book, and I can do a spot of a review for you all. You can email me at Lazy Liz Life. Always put the lazy first, because sometimes I'm a little lazy. LazyLizLife@gmail.com. Or you can put your book request down in the comments as well. All right, y'all. So I hope y'all have like a beautiful, fantastic Sunday. And I'm sure I'll be seeing you all on the next video that'll be coming up soon that I haven't recorded yet. All right, y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day. Peace and love. Bye.